We've just received Tesla's official sales figures for China, and in February, Tesla actually sold more than 60,000 electric cars manufactured in China. This is a surprising number when you consider the competition that Tesla is facing. What happened to them in February was, well, a bit worse. Now, it's true that Tesla sales are down versus February of last year, but by 11%, whereas their biggest rival, their sales were down 4 times more than that. Now, getting to Tesla's sales figures, I think we should compare them to be. That's what the media are doing all the time. That's what everyone's doing all the time. Tesla's sales figures were down, but not by as much as what you might expect. Now, there is a bloodbath in China right now. China's sales have just collapsed within the past month. Within the past 30 days, sales have just suddenly gone bang down. I mean, this happens every year in February, but not like this. This is by far the worst, the biggest drop-off we have seen for many, many, many years in China. Clearly, something is going on in the country. It's not just the Chinese New Year holiday, it's more than that. Giving you some context on this, Tesla sales were down 18% versus February of last year, so Tesla delivered 74,400 vehicles. Well, it manufactured 74,400 vehicles that it sold worldwide from China last year. This year, the number was 60,000, well, to be precise, 6,365. So, that means, yeah, down by 18% versus February of last year. Now, this is a combination of vehicles that Tesla builds, that Tesla sells, not just in China, but anyway, it manufactures them in China, and those were the numbers. The EV sales, though, were down 40% versus February of last year. That's a pretty big difference, right? What this means is that B actually only sold 55,000, well, 54,000, let's just call that 55,000 EVs in China. I should say just in China, 55,000 electric cars in China. What this means is that clearly, Tesla has to have sold at least twice as many electric cars worldwide in February versus B. B may have sold possibly up to 65,000 worldwide, meaning its lead over Tesla, which it did have in December, as well, it's obviously completely evaporated. It's more than likely that Tesla has regained that lead over B, and the key reason for this is just that B is so incredibly dependent on China. Whereas, of course, Tesla manufactures electric cars in America, in 2 different locations, Texas and California, and of course, in Germany as well. And Tesla does rely a lot more on the US car market. B doesn't sell EVs in the US, does sell trucks and buses but not EVs. Tesla really is much more diversified in terms of where it sells cars. It sells a lot of cars in Europe, sells a lot of cars in North America, and that's the reason why Tesla is kind of able to keep its sales consistent because it's not relying just on China. Anyway, B's drop-off is pretty surprising. Let's hope they have a rebound. B was saying they plan on selling 4 million cars this year, but B is planning to change the strategy of the company a little bit and sell more plug-in hybrids than EVs. They're saying they want to sell 2 million EVs this year and 2.2 million plug-in hybrids for a total of 4.2 million cars. Now, I think it's probably unlikely at this point in time that B is on track to sell 2 million EVs, but let's hope they do it. But it will be interesting to see because it does mean at this point in time, B EV sales have been, well, pretty surprisingly low. B only sold just over 100,000 EVs last month in January, so at this point in time, they probably sold about 175,000 fully electric cars worldwide in the first 2 months of the year, where estimates for Tesla say they probably sold approximately 300,000. Now, to give you some context on this, Tesla clearly is not producing at full capacity. Their factory in Shanghai has a capacity of around 1 million vehicles per year. So if Tesla wants to, it could manufacture probably around 90,000 vehicles from that factory. So clearly, 60,000 or 61,000, it's a fair bit below Tesla's China capacity, so clearly, Tesla is being affected by demand issues in China as well. They have offered some incentives on the Model 3 and the Model Y. The discounts are obviously not as significant as the B discounts that B has been offering lately or the discounts that other manufacturers have been offering. Some manufacturers have actually discounted their EVs by around 20%. Tesla obviously hasn't gone anywhere near that kind of a drastic action. Tesla does this. It produces cars for export in its factory in China in the first half of the quarter and for the local market in the second half of the quarter. Now, Tesla actually may have been producing at near capacity. It's worth keeping this in mind. The reason for this is, from February 10th to February 17th is the Chinese New Year holiday, so Tesla's factory does actually close for that week. That would mean if Tesla produced just over 60,000 cars in only what I mean, if you take 1 week away from February, left with only 3 weeks of production, so 61,000, nearly 61,000 vehicles to be, produced and then sold from the factory in February. It's probably a pretty good number considering they did miss that 1 week of misproduction. Last year, the New Year holiday was actually between January 21st to January 27th, so January was more effective last year for Tesla. That could be the reason for that difference of 18% for Tesla. It actually might just be that we don't know, it's possible. 8% could be that 1 week of misproduction. Anyway, the point is this, B sales figures are quite surprising. They've discounted their cars significantly, all of them. Every single model has been discounted. They've got a lot more models for S than Tesla, but here's my point, right? Sometimes diversification doesn't work for some people. It doesn't work if you diversify as a path toward mediocrity. It's what some analysts say. However, in this case, it's definitely working for Tesla. Tesla hasn't diversified with their model lineup, they have very few models available. But diversifying in terms of their actual decision to have a factory in China, in the US, Germany, and soon maybe somewhere like possibly Italy, maybe or even India. That could follow as well. What are your thoughts, guys? What do you think Tesla's next gigafactory will be? We know there's one being built in Mexico, but apparently Tesla is in talks to build one in Italy as well. The landscape of electric vehicle manufacturing is evolving rapidly, and Tesla seems to be strategically positioning itself on a global scale. The idea of a potential gigafactory in Italy sparks curiosity. Italy, with its rich automotive history and a burgeoning interest in electric vehicles, could be a strategic move for Tesla. As we delve into the dynamics of the automotive industry, it's clear that Tesla's approach of having diverse manufacturing locations contributes to its resilience. While B is facing challenges with a significant reliance on China, Tesla's presence in various regions helps it navigate market fluctuations and demand shifts. The ability to adapt and respond to different market conditions has been a key strength for Tesla. Now, regarding B's shift in strategy to sell more plug-in hybrids than EVs, it marks an interesting turn. The industry is witnessing a nuanced approach to electrification, with companies exploring a spectrum of technologies. However, Tesla's commitment to fully electric vehicles has been a defining characteristic. This steadfast focus has propelled them to the forefront of the EV market. As we analyze these developments, it's essential to consider the broader context of the electric vehicle landscape. Tesla's consistent efforts in manufacturing, coupled with their unyielding commitment to innovation, position them as a driving force in the industry. The prospect of a gigafactory in Italy adds a layer of anticipation, making us wonder about the future of electric mobility on a global scale. In conclusion, the intricate dance of sales figures, market strategies, and global manufacturing locations paints a vivid picture of the electric vehicle landscape. Tesla's resilience in the face of challenging market conditions and its ability to maintain a significant global presence highlight the strength of its business model. As we look ahead, the potential gigafactory in Italy introduces an exciting prospect for Tesla's expansion. The company's unwavering dedication to pushing the boundaries of electric mobility sets it apart in an ever-evolving industry. In the dynamic world of electric vehicles, each twist and turn offers new insights. Whether it's the unexpected drop in sales figures or the strategic shifts in market focus, these developments shape the narrative of an industry that continues to redefine the future of transportation. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the intricacies of Tesla's sales figures, market dynamics, and the potential for a gigafactory in Italy. Stay tuned for more updates as the electric vehicle saga unfolds.